One day, the most important decision of your life might not be about where you live, what career you choose, or even who you marry. It could be this: whether or not to upload your consciousness into a digital world. At first, the idea feels intoxicating. Eternal life, freedom from a failing body, the chance to merge your mind with technology and expand far beyond the limits of biology. But with this promise comes a shadow, darker than anything humanity has ever faced. Because once your mind is no longer flesh and blood, you are exposed to dangers that are entirely new, dangers that might trap you forever. So, should you upload your consciousness? Let's find out.
Welcome to Lazy Animal. We discuss the secrets that shape our world.
For centuries, humans have fought against death. Religion promised us heaven. Science gave us medicine. But the final frontier has always been consciousness itself. What if we could escape the slow decay of the body and step into an existence that never ages, never weakens, never dies? A digital mind wouldn't need sleep or food. You could explore entire universes built from code, travel at the speed of light as data, or even join with other minds to form collective intelligences. Some imagine humanity spreading through the stars, no longer bound by fragile bones and organs, but as software installed inside machines that can survive radiation, freezing space, or the surface of alien worlds. But every dream has its cost. Uploading your consciousness would mean placing the essence of who you are, your thoughts, your memories, your identity, inside a system, and any system can be hacked. Imagine a virus not destroying your files, but rewiring your very sense of self. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that parts of you have been deleted, replaced, or altered. What about punishment? In the biological world, prison sentences have limits, but in a digital world, you could be locked away for eternity. A digital consciousness could experience 1,000 years of isolation in an instant, with no way to escape, no way to die. A punishment more terrifying than anything humanity has ever known. And if your mind exists as data, who owns you? Do you still belong to yourself, or does the company that runs the servers have control? Would you sign away your autonomy the moment you upload?
Then comes the question that might be the most important of all. If you upload your mind, is it still you? It's a philosophical question as much as a scientific one. Would the process only create a copy of yourself? Your biological self would still die, leaving behind a digital version, a clone with your memories, but not your consciousness. It would believe it's you. It would insist it's the same person. But would it be? Or would the real you simply vanish, leaving behind an imposter? The other option is that it actually works, that continuity is preserved. If the process is gradual, neuron by neuron replaced with circuitry, you might never notice the difference. But even then, at what point do you stop being human? When 10% of your brain is digital? 50%? 100%? Would uploading mean the death of humanity as we know it? As we shed every last trace of biology and transform into something entirely new? There's another risk people rarely think about: electricity, power grids, hardware. What happens if the lights go out? If a solar flare scorches the Earth and wipes every server clean, do billions of digital lives vanish in an instant? Even more unsettling, would we even notice? Imagine a server failing, deleting your mind, while millions of backup copies run elsewhere. Which one of them is the real you? Could you even tell? The truth is, a digital life may not be safer than a biological one. It may be far more fragile.
Yet the potential is staggering. Imagine sending probes across galaxies, each carrying uploaded minds to explore alien systems. Without the need for oxygen, food, or fragile flesh, digital explorers could endure journeys lasting millions of years, waiting patiently in silence until they reach their destination. And once there, they could inhabit robotic bodies designed for any environment, walking on molten rock, swimming in methane oceans, gliding through alien skies without wings. Humanity's limitations would vanish, and in their place would rise a species capable of surviving almost anywhere. It may seem like science fiction today, but it's a logical expectation of future technology if progress continues at the same pace. Already today, scientists are mapping neural connections in the brain. Companies are experimenting with brain-computer interfaces, where thoughts alone can control machines. Memory prosthetics are being tested in clinical trials, helping patients restore lost functions. Artificial intelligence is learning to mimic not just speech, but style, personality, and decision-making. Step by step, we are blurring the line between biology and technology. If these trends continue, the leap from brain scans and implants to full digital consciousness may not be as far away as it seems.
But would uploading your consciousness be ethical? Not just for yourself, but for society. Imagine a world where the rich can live forever, while the poor remain mortal. Imagine governments demanding citizens upload to become part of a collective intelligence designed for control. Imagine children being born into digital slavery, never given the choice to live as biological beings. And if consciousness can be duplicated infinitely, what happens to individuality? If there are 1,000 versions of you, all running in parallel, are you still unique? Or have you become just another file, endlessly copied, endlessly replaceable? At the heart of all this lies one terrifying question: is immortality worth the risk? On one side, a future without death, without aging, with endless opportunity to expand our minds and explore the universe. On the other, the possibility of eternal suffering, loss of identity, or the collapse of everything if the systems fail. Perhaps uploading your consciousness would give us godlike power, or perhaps it would trap us in cages of our own making, forever alive, but no longer truly human. One day, this might not be science fiction. One day you may be asked, do you want to upload your mind? The choice will be yours, and maybe it will be the last truly human choice you ever make. So, what would you choose? That is all for today. Thank you for watching, and feel welcome to check out our other videos where we discuss current philosophical topics. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.